Hello and welcome to UView Variety. I have here two special guests, Erica Walter and then Robert Van Dorn. So to begin here, we're going to be playing a little game called Telephone. And we have here our little box of hypothetical stories. And then we have here our telephone that's real or not real actually at all. But you know, so we're going to start off here with Robert Van Dorn. He's going to look in the box of hypothetical stories. So he's going to grab one of those and he's going to read it off to us.
Your spouse is calling and your $7 million investment, Secretariat, the stage elephant, has just eaten the roses again. Talk your spouse down to a calm rumble.
Wow. All right, so.
Your spouse is calling and your $7 million investment has just eaten the roses.
He's a lawyer, so we'll see how he answers this. So, ring, ring.
And I'm to pretend that my spouse is calling and has said let's say our multi-million-dollar
Hello?
pet.
Oh, it's your spouse.
Oh.
Here she is.
Hello? Hello? What? The roses are gone? Who ate them? Secretariat ate all the roses. Well, calm down. Calm down. We can get some more. We can buy some more. There's roses at Safeway. There's a whole bunch at Safeway. I want to know, is Secretariat sick after eating all these roses? Is Secretariat okay? I'm really worried about Secretariat. No, I know the roses are important too, but how's Secretariat doing?
He's got such a kind heart.
I think it'll be fine. How about, I think there's like Pepto-Bismol in the bathroom upstairs. Let's give some of that. Yeah, no, hopefully no emergency room. No, that's expensive. Yeah, I'll help you get some more roses. Great. Okay, good. Everything good? Good. Well,
Wow.
I'll see you tonight. Love you. Bye.
Diffused.
That was fantastic. That was phenomenal. Yeah,
I'm
round
not
of
really
applause.
sure about that, though. $7 million investment
Of an elephant.
ate the roses. I think they're worried the $7 million investment might be sick.
Not the rose. Do you have $7 million worth of investments in roses?
I didn't quite follow. Is she upset about the roses or the
The
investment?
well-being.
I love this.
of the
Anyway.
elephant. This is the kind of questions you ask
That one's
if you're
tricky.
an attorney at law.
This man is a man of thought right here. It's phenomenal.
He dug deeper.
Love it. All right, Erica, you're up.
Oh dear.
Box of hypothetical stories stories.
Give me a winner. Someone is calling ordering vacuums from you, but you don't sell vacuums. Convince them you are at a private residence.
Okay. Ring, ring. Let's go.
This is Erica. What? Hoover? Shark?
Shark.
No, I'm sorry. What do you think who do you think you're calling? I'm so sorry. No, I'm sorry. I don't sell vacuums. In fact, if you had a vacuum to sell me, I could probably use it. I have 3 kids under the age of 5 in my house. Yeah, there's garbage all over the floor. Right? If you find a place that sells a vacuum at a reasonable price, I would love to hear from you again. But this is my house. Yes. Yes. You have a great day too. Okay. Bye-bye.
Wow. It's
That
phenomenal.
was quick.
That was very quick.
Efficiency when you have kids.
Love it. Love it. Well, guys, thank you for joining us here on this segment of UView Variety. We'll see you again soon. Hello and welcome back to UView. Today we have a very special guest, Robert Van Dorn, here on the show. Professor to me, but what do you do besides teaching here at Walla Walla University?
So I'm a lawyer. Right now I work for the Upper Columbia Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. I help church members with estate planning, and I've been doing that for about 3 years. But before that, I was a lawyer in private practice for About 31 years.
Wow. So you've had quite a bit of experience in this field. And you're teaching business law here.
Right.
And I'm in your class
Right.
currently. And so in your class, I'm a business student, and I'm going to go into hopefully a business field. And you've talked about saying that potentially there is the potential of us going through lawsuits. And I want to take us through exactly what a lawsuit, how to deal with a lawsuit. And so I just want to ask you, where should we start if there's a lawsuit coming at you or that you have to go through?
You know, I think the number one thing a lawyer would do is to listen and to ask questions, to know as much as possible about what's happened to you and ultimately what you want to do about it. And so lawyers need to know stuff, but they also need to be able to listen and to be creative and to be articulate with people. But I need to know as much as I could about what happened.
As much. So you're looking for the facts. You're looking for everything.
And background, you know, what does this mean to you? What do you want to happen? What are you hoping will happen? I would need to know as much as I could about the background.
Wow. Okay. So there are different kinds of lawsuits, first off, that people go through. Can you tell me some of the three? I know that you've talked about three main ones out there. Can you tell me a little bit about those?
Yeah, so there's all kinds, but in private practice, I would say the ones that I saw the most often had to do with criminal charges, which is essentially a lawsuit by the government against somebody who's committed a crime or allegedly committed a crime. There were a lot of family law cases, divorce matters, child custody, child support matters. And then, especially in terms of business law, I think of contract matters where maybe I've made an agreement to do something, but circumstances have changed and I can't stick with the original agreement, or I feel like I can't. And the person that I agreed with may feel like they are wanting to sue me. So it depends. I mean, there's all kinds of different lawsuits and people react to those in different ways, but very specific tracks start to develop, if that makes sense, depending on the type of case.
Wow. So when I think of a lawsuit, actually, let's say hypothetically, I breached my contract with UView. I said, I don't want to do this anymore.
Right.
And where would you start? And I came and approached you and I said, hey, can you defend me? UView has to obviously step in and be like, no, you can't do that, and they're doing a lawsuit against me, and I ask you to defend me. Where would you start there?
You know, I'd want to know, do you have a written agreement with them? And if you don't, you could still have a contract that's verbal, so what are the terms? How much are you being paid? How long are you expected to do this work? Why don't you want to do it anymore? Why do you want to do something else? How does that compare in terms of the time commitment and the financial reward to you?
Okay, and do we want to go to court in a lawsuit?
Okay, lots of things to say about that. I would tell you as a client that most cases do not go to trial. Even if there's a lawsuit, even if I sue you or you sue me, the great majority of cases are settled out of court, and the lawyers get together, sometimes with help, like a mediator. But the lawyers often try to resolve the thing without going to trial. I try to tell people as often as I can that trial is uncertain, it's expensive. I mean, it's kind of like going to Las Vegas, except without the fun of whatever that involves, going to Las Vegas. It's meant to mean the uncertainty of it and the expensiveness of it. You might win big, you might lose big.
Wow.
And so, more often than not, I like to explore other options short of going to trial on a case. It doesn't mean you don't have a disagreement or a problem that needs to be solved, but we don't necessarily need to be in trial to get a resolution.
Wow, okay. So you're trying to avoid it as much as possible, depending on the situation and the knowledge.
And part of that answer is me. I mean, I might have a client who says, I love gambling. I mean, I love the thrill of the risk, and I can afford to take the risk. And I don't care if I lose. I've got other money. I won't be out of money if I lose this case, or I have other things to look forward to. some people like to gamble. And so I would, again, be listening carefully to know just how much risk do you want to take? Just how much money do you want to spend? How much uncertainty are you comfortable with?
Wow. And so you said you've worked for the church and you've worked for all these. Have you had to go to court in a sense?
Oh, lots of times. I haven't kept track of all the trials. I know there's a lot of people who've done more than I have, but I've done many jury trials, especially in criminal settings. I've done a lot of non-jury trials where the judge is the decision maker. So I've been in trial a lot. I mean, it's not that we don't go and do it. Sometimes you have to. Sometimes there's just no other way around it. And that's part of the reason that I feel I can say with some assurance anyway that court is not where most people want to be most of the time if they can help it.
Wow. Okay. So my contract with UView is not being solved outside of court. And we go to court and I'm trying to win against UView in this scenario.
Okay.
What would you do as my defense lawyer against UView to potentially help me win the case, or at least get a better deal out of the issue at hand?
So just so I understand the scenario, you had an agreement with them to work for a certain time period, but you've quit early.
Yes.
And now they're suing you. And how would I help you?
Yeah.
Okay. So random things come to mind. Thinking of Walla Walla University and the whole campus here, surely there's another good-looking young man who can fill in for you and be as clever and entertaining and as helpful to the studio as you were. And in fact, an employer and a lot of other people in a situation like you're describing would have a duty to what we call mitigate their damages. They couldn't just cross their arms and say, well, we had an agreement with him for a year, he's not working, we're going to sue him for all of the time that he owes us, and then not look for a replacement.
Wow.
So I'd be looking at that. I'd look for any reason why you had a good reason to leave. Maybe the staff was unfriendly and they were harassing you in the background and you just felt like you couldn't take it anymore and you had to leave. And it was an unhappy or a hostile work environment. I'd want to explore all the
options.
Background.
Well, thank you so much, Professor Van Dorn. I'm sorry we're running low on time, but it's always a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you.
And I hope we can do this again because this is very informative. And thank you guys for joining here on UView, and I hope to catch you again soon.